Hey everybody, our cruise on the Oceana Vista begins right here in Italy. We are in Rome, in front of the Colosseum, and we're here a few days before boarding the beautiful Oceana Cruises Vista. As I walk on board and am greeted by the Oceana Vista crew, I am excited to start showing you around this magnificent ship. Let's have a look. The Oceana Vista has a lot to do and offer its guests. There's an art studio for anyone wanting to be creative, bars and lounges with floor-to-ceiling windows for the best views of approaching destinations, a casino if you're feeling lucky, Broadway-caliber shows in the ship's main theater, shopping for world-class brands in the onboard boutiques, places to sit back and relax like the pool and its surrounding decks, are dining in one of the many delicious restaurants. Rome lives on forever in one's heart. That's why it's nicknamed the Eternal City. So let's head up to the top deck for one last arrivederci to Rome and its port of Civitavecchia, the old city. As the Oceana Vista approaches our first destination, you'll see a city perched on what looks like a giant rock. There is no ship docking in this city, so it's a tender from the ship to shore, and what a beautiful view as we get closer to the city. Welcome to Sorrento, the gateway to the stunning Amalfi Coast. Viewing Sorrento from above, you see how the city towers over the bustling yet intimate port. When this city was founded by the Greeks in the 6th century BC, it's obvious why they chose the location. The city has a perfect vantage point to see anything approaching by sea. But did they know what they built would be appreciated thousands of years later for its view of the sea from the city? I am going to visit a family here in Sorrento that makes one of the world's favorite things to drink. By late August to early October, these vineyards will look much different because it will be harvest time. We just arrived at the Sorrentino winery in Vesuvius. You know, the Sorrentino family has been creating wine for 5 generations, and I'm about to take a tour and show you around. Cheers. Because this area was devastated by the volcano Vesuvius, the soil is rich in minerals, which makes it a perfect condition to grow grapes and make wine. When it's harvest time, these roads are bustling and all the vines are full of grapes. We had a chance to sit down and enjoy many different varieties of the Sorrentino's family wines. And because we're in Italy, the family had to serve us some great food to go along with the wines. The Sorrentinos did not disappoint. Their wine was really delicious and very special. We are back on board and we must say goodbye and thank you to the charming city of Sorrento and the Sorrentino family for hosting us. Entertainment and activities on board any cruise are a vital part of the cruise vacation, and I'm here with the gentleman who's in charge of all of that, the cruise director, Paul Baia. Paul, how are you?
I'm doing great, Bill. Great to see you here aboard Vista.
Nice to be here. What a vessel.
We're very proud of her. That is certainly indeed, yes.
Tell me about the entertainment on board.
Well, we have some great entertainment offerings for the guest each and every day. But one of my favorite, the big show that we have, that is called Into the Night.
Yes.
And this kind of takes the feeling of your American Idol style type show, and also is choreographed by the famed Britt Stewart of Dancing with the Stars fame. So really one of my favorite shows and a must-see. A ship this size is really one of the smaller size vessels in the entire cruise industry. But to have a certified pickleball and paddleball court there, it is one of the fastest growing sports that we have out there. So to have that course right here on board is quite special. On top of that, we have our 18-hole miniature golf course. Wow. There's a shuffleball court. There's also the bocce, croquet from time to time, even some indoor-outdoor bago games for the guests to remain active.
Where do guests go for enjoyment?
Well, Horizons Lounge, forward on deck number 14, is a great venue. Each and every day we have our string quartet entertaining there for the afternoon tea. Also, we have our piano bar on deck number 6, whether it's live music there or just a cozy place to grab a book. Our library is a great spot also there on deck number 12. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here inside the Grand Lounge, which is a nice venue right between our grand dining room and the main atrium area, where our string quartet are also here on a nightly basis with specialty sets. Of course, the excellent service that we have with our 750 plus crew from around the world, and those hidden little nooks and crannies for guests to just escape, as we like to say, create your world your way.
Paul, pleasure interviewing you. Can't wait to see the show tonight.
Yes, it's going to be a big one. We'll see you there, Bill.
See you there, you bet. The Polo Grill on board is a 5-star dining experience. From the elegant decor, world-class wines, to the exquisite food, it is truly a top recommendation for dining. And the Galician veal tomahawk, which we had for dinner, was out of this world. It was cooked and seasoned to perfection. Our first full day on the Oceana Vista was magnifico. Buona notte. We just arrived in Messina, and behind us we have a beautiful view of the Oceana Vista. And now we're going to take a tour of this wonderful city. Messina is located on Italy's largest island, Sicily, and is nearly 3,000 years old. I am standing in front of its most famous landmark, the bell tower of the Cathedral of Messina. Inaugurated 90 years ago in 1933, the bell tower is the biggest and the most complex mechanical and astronomical clock in the world. The bells ring every quarter hour, so if you don't know where the bell tower is, look above and follow the sound of the bells. We took a little ride to a beautiful little town called Taormina, and behind me is this private island that was once privately owned but is now a museum called Isla Bella. It is beautiful here. I can't wait to explore the rest of Taormina. It's a gorgeous little town, and in spite of the rain, we're going to have a great time. Taormina sits near one of the world's most famous active volcanoes, Mount Etna. A great city for walking and discovering. You seem to stumble upon a beautiful piazza or a hidden alleyway around every corner. And there are Juliet balconies full of colorful flowers everywhere. It's a photographer's delight. When in Taormina, you must visit Roberto Cemi's Patisseria for a famous cannoli. Even the Queen of England stopped in for one of these tasty treats. They are delicious. And we just arrived at the Greek-Roman Theater. This is the second largest theater in Sicily, and the views are panoramic. Originally built in the 3rd century BC by the Greeks for theatrical purposes, it was later used for gladiator battles by the Romans. Let's get back on board. We have a very important meeting. We're here on the bridge of the Oceana Vista with the master of the vessel, Captain Luca Manzi. Captain, how are you?
Very good, and you?
Very good. What a pleasure to be here. What a ship.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Tell me about the technology on board, in particular, the technology on the bridge here.
Technology on the bridge has been upgraded and updated in the past. We still follow the same principle, but with the aids to navigation given by all the technology and all the electronic that we can get. Of course, Vista is a very new ship, so we have the latest technology available for the officer on watch, for myself during maneuvering and during the operation of the navigation.
I'm very impressed on board the ship by the positiveness and the happiness of the crew. How do you get such a happy crew on board the ship?
We have crew that have been with us for more than 10, 15 years. So you can imagine, they really appreciate the company and the way they are treated by the company. And every contract, of course, we try to give them some new benefits that makes their life easy on board and their operation as well. So.
Are there many opportunities for people to actually meet you during the voyage?
We have official opportunity during the Captain Welcome Party, during the Oceania Club Party, where we are inviting guests to meet us. But of course, even during the day at lunch, I get many times stopped by the guests asking questions about the cruise, the weather, and whatever they have in mind.
Captain, what a pleasure to interview you and be invited on the bridge today. Very, very exciting, and look forward to the continuation of our voyage on the Oceania Vista. Much success in the future. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ciao.
Thank you.
On my way to show you the veranda suite, guests enjoy the beautiful day poolside with drinks, food, and some relaxing time. The veranda suite is elegantly designed and very spacious, and you will want to indulge in the spa-like bathroom and soothing rain shower. The penthouse suite is grand, with lots of space to sit back, relax, and enjoy your alone time. A double vanity, extra large shower, Bulgari and Acqua di Parma amenities, and full-time butler service, and you have stepped into the lap of luxury. Stop and have a rich, delicious coffee or warm, soothing tea at the Barista's Aperitivo Bar. Let's explore some more dining experiences like the one we had before at the Polo Grill, which, by the way, is the same as the famed New York Polo restaurant. Now that's Italian, a Toscana restaurant with appetizers like fried calamari and octopus carpaccio. The food here tastes as if you're dining in the heart of Italy. While specialty restaurants are all the rage, there is nothing like dining in the grand dining room, and the one here on the Oceania Vista is beyond beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. And the food and service equally match the decor. Both are superb. At the Red Ginger restaurant, they have all the Asian favorites you may be craving, like curry, ramen, bulgogi, and teriyaki. For a cozy casual dining experience, Ember is the place. Enjoy a lobster roll or some fish and chips made with Chilean sea bass. There is nothing like running with a view. The floor-to-ceiling windows in the gym give you a vista of the world. The Aquamar Spa is a great place to escape. A relaxing and soothing atmosphere sets the stage for the perfect massage, manicure, or facial. Or just enjoy some of the amenities like the sauna and steam room. You will leave feeling energized and revitalized. And the outdoor area with a jacuzzi right off the pool area and deck is a great place to have a glass of champagne. You know, food on board any cruise ship is a huge part of the experience, and no one does it better on the Oceania Vista than Alex, the culinary director. Alex, how are you?
I'm great, thank you very much.
This is a tough question. Do you have a favorite dish you recommend guests to try?
That's a tricky question because I like all the food on board, but if I have to go by areas, of course, if you go into Toscana, we go more to the French pasta. If you go into the steakhouse Polo Grill, obviously we go for a different cut of our prime beef, or even from the new cut that we have introduced to Vista, of the Galician beef. If you go into Red Ginger, obviously we have our signature dishes, which are the watermelon and duck salad and the miso sea bass. And now our new baby, if I might say, Amber, where it's more American family style cuisine, where we have bone-in ribeye steak, which are very popular so far.
What culinary concepts are available here on the Oceania Vista that you will not find on any other Oceania ship?
That's a very good question. And actually the new culinary concept that you can find on board Vista, we have the bakery, which is a new French boulangerie. During the morning, some freshly baked croissant, pain au chocolat, and is opening from the early morning until 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Wow. In addition to that, we have a new concept which is called Aquamar. We work in partnership with our spa, and we have developed a healthy concept of food where it's open from breakfast and lunch. You can get some juices, some smoothie, some different type of bowl during lunch. We have a beautiful avocado toast, which is available for breakfast and lunch, and is a nice place.
It's a pleasure meeting you, and I can't wait to experience some of these additional dining options that you mentioned. You know, in the last couple of days, my clothes have started to get a little bit tighter on me, but I don't know what that is. It the sea air or something?
Something like this, or maybe it's the laundry.
It's the laundry. Okay, okay. Thanks so much.
You look great. You look great.
You know, look at me at the end of the cruise because the food is fabulous.
Thank you very much, and thank you.
Thank you. The Culinary Center on board is a top chef quality kitchen and learning experience. Take one of the classes offered and learn how to cook like an international chef. These classes fill up very fast, so book early. And you even get to eat what you create. On every Oceana Vista cruise, there is an artist in residence that will give you art lessons in the medium in which they specialize to the guests. There is a new artist in residence every 2 months, so there is always something new and different to learn. We will board one of the ship's tenders to go ashore for today's adventure. And do I have a surprise for all of you? Hey, how are you? Hi. How are you? We just arrived on the island of Kefalonia in the town of Argostoli. And behind us is the famous lighthouse. Let's go out and explore and see what this island has to offer. Argostoli is the capital of the island of Kefalonia, part of the Greek Ionian Islands. Our drive from Argostoli to Aginos Monastery took us along some beautiful landscapes, beaches lined with rich turquoise-colored waters I have ever seen in my life. This beautiful 16th century monastery is named Gerasimos, who is the patron saint of the island of Kefalonia. As you descend into the Gerati caves, you'll step onto a natural platform called the Royal Balcony, overlooking a large chamber with outstanding acoustics. A perfect place to host a concert, which they do from time to time. Dragorati Cave was discovered over 300 years ago when an earthquake destroyed part of the cave, but it is believed to be over 100 million years old. As rainwater drips from above, the remaining lime from the water creates these wonderful formations above and below. Do you know what they are called? I'll tell you in just a bit. You must board a small rowboat for the next part of this discovery journey. We're here at Lake Melisani, where the color of the water and the size of the stalactites are both magical and mystical and will take your breath away. The cathedral-like ceilings and calming and relaxing ride on the waters of the Melisani Caves is a very spiritual experience. Back on board the Oceana Vista, we say until next time to Argostoli. A great place to start your evening is at the Martini's Bar. Great cocktails and great service. A beautiful sight are the red roofs of Dubrovnik. On my way to Levenak's fortress, it feels like you are driving through the walls of the fortress that surround Dubrovnik. It's a beautiful climb to the top of the Leibnitz Fortress. Stepping along the way to take photos of this magnificent view is a must.
After climbing 200 steps, we've arrived at the top of Fort Leibnitz. Did you know this is where they filmed the TV series Game of Thrones?
To enter Dubrovnik, you must pass through a wall that was once the protective border of the old city. Once you are inside the old city, you feel as though you have stepped onto a movie set. Centuries-old quaint streets lined with restaurants and shops are perfectly maintained to keep the authentic feel of old Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik's Old Town is also known as the Pearl of the Adriatic, and it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And did you know the walls around the old city are the most preserved in the world?
You are surrounded by history and a bustling city of people enjoying everyday life.
The Anafius fountain, built in the 15th century, provided the city with clean water from a natural spring.
What a beautiful drive from Dubrovnik to Kaftat, a quaint village with a secluded harbor known as beautiful Kaftat was founded in the 6th century BC on the Adriatic coast in what is now Croatia. High above sits the cemetery of Kaftat, offering some of the best views of the Adriatic Sea and Kaftat. As we sail away from Croatia, we already know we want to come back. Great Italian food, superb wine, made Tuscanas a must more than once while on this cruise. The fresh, authentic ingredients and preparation of the food made this dining experience as Italian as it gets. The Founders Bar is a new concept here on the Oceana Vista. It's all about the art of making a cocktail not only taste good, but look amazing too.
I am here at Zadar, which sits on the Adriatic Sea and the Dalmatian coast and is the oldest continuously inhabited city in all of Croatia. And I'm very excited to see the many sights this gem city has to offer.
Zadar is a beautiful city full of many Roman and Venetian ruins like Dubrovnik. The city is surrounded by a wall, and there are several Venetian gates that allow entrance to the city. Started in the 1st century BC and finished in the 3rd century AD, this Roman forum sits practically on the seafront and is one of Zadar's most famous landmarks. The bell tower is part of the largest Roman Catholic church in all of Dalmatia, and its original patron saint was St. Peter.
I just climbed 183 steps of the bell tower of St. Anastasius Cathedral to go to the top, and the view of Zadar from here is absolutely spectacular. It was worth every step.
A magnificent monument to the sun, this monument is made up of 300 plates of multi-layered glass. The sea waves are the fingers that play the sea organ, making beautiful music that sounds like a whale's song. The Oceana Vista and the destinations that it visited made this voyage full of memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you to its wonderful crew for sharing these moments with me and making them extra special.